Hello, everyone. Recently in China, a really big event is about to happen. On September 3rd, Beijing's Tiananmen Square will host a grand military parade. In this video, I just want to make a little summary based on what influencers and fans on Chinese social medias are saying about it. I walk you through their comments, their viewpoints, and what kind of discussions this parade has triggered online. Hopefully, this can give you some idea of what's going on in China right now. Question 1. Why is China holding this grand military parade on September 3rd, 2025?
Well, September 3rd is the Victory Day of the Chinese people's war of resistance against Japan. Back in 1945, on September 2nd, Japan officially signed the surrender documents that marked the victory of China's war of resistance. So September 3rd became the official day to commemorate the end of 14 years of war. The last military parade like this was in 2015. Exactly 10 years have passed. So this time, the 2025 parade is also marking the 80th anniversary of the victory of World War II.
Question 2. What's the actual schedule of the parade? How long will it last?
According to China's official announcement on August 20th, this parade will last about 70 minutes. The order is marching troops, battle flag units, equipment formations, and finally the Air Force flyovers. National leaders, including Xi Jinping, will attend the review. There will also be a helicopter flag formation, helicopters carrying banners and flying across Tiananmen Square.
Question 3. Which foreign leaders have confirmed to attend this parade in Beijing?
The first one, of course, is President Putin of Russia. The second, President Vučić of Serbia. And the third, President Fico of Slovakia. Most of the invited countries are those that signed cooperation deals with China under the Belt and Road Initiative. China also invited leaders from the US, the UK, and some European and American countries. But they all declined, and Japan was not on the invitation list.
Question 4. This parade people say is a kind of show of muscle. So who exactly is this show for?
Well, I'm just reflecting what people are saying online, so don't be too sensitive if your country is mentioned. First, the show of strength is directed at Japan. Second, a very sensitive region, Taiwan. In fact, Taiwanese journalists even came to Beijing to cover the rehearsals. And then, netizens also mentioned India and the Philippines. Again, I'm not making these claims myself. I'm just summarizing online comments.
Question 5. What are the biggest highlights of this parade? Since it's about showing strength, what new weapons will appear?
Actually, rehearsals have already been happening at night in Beijing. And through photos and comments on social media, people got some ideas of what will be displayed this year. The focus is on unmanned and high-tech systems. For example, there will be tanks with unmanned turrets working together with drones. Imagine a soldier wearing a VR-like helmet, controlling the tank and the drone at the same time. The drone scouts ahead, sends back images, and basically acts as the eyes of the tank commander. Another big highlight is the showcase of drones and anti-drone systems. This includes different types of reconnaissance drones, the Rainbow drone series, as well as counter-drone weapons. Laser weapon systems, the Luduin 3000 interception system, and the Hurricane 3000 high-power microwave weapon. Also, there will be advanced anti-stealth radar systems, able to detect incoming missiles from all directions and guide interception. Some netizens even caught sight of giant covered weapons on trucks in Beijing streets. Rumors say they might be nuclear torpedoes. Of course, whether they carry nuclear warheads is not officially confirmed, since that's a sensitive issue. But from their size and shape, people believe these are among the deadliest weapons in the parade. And then we come to the Air Force. This time, There will be the debut of the J-35A, China's most advanced fighter jet. It's considered a major export product for the future. The J-20's twin-seat version may also appear, possibly flying in formation with drones. Other highlights include the YJ-19, YJ-17, and YJ-21 anti-ship missiles, with hypersonic speed and sea-based strike capabilities. And of course, the Dongfeng 41 intercontinental ballistic missile, a massive weapon also spotted by netizens during rehearsals, carried on giant trucks through Beijing streets. Together with the Dongfeng 17 hypersonic missile, these will be some of the most powerful weapons shown.
Question 6. At the official press conference, what did China's spokesman say about these weapons?
On August 20th, Wu Zeke said that compared to 2015, the 2025 parade will focus on new generation weapons. The key points: the equipment on display is China's own independent research and development. Strong emphasis on informatization and intelligence systems. Heavy use of drones, electronic warfare, and missile defense. So the message is clear. These are weapons designed for modern warfare, and they are homegrown.
Question 7. What about the artistic background?
The parade also prepared special music performances. Professional orchestras and choirs will play classic patriotic songs. For example, Defend the Yellow River, symbolizing the determination of the people to defend their homeland. On the Songhua River, a song from 1937, reflecting both suffering and resistance during the invasion of northeast China. On Taiyang Mountain, telling stories of wives sending husbands to war, mothers teaching sons to fight. It reflects the guerrilla warfare scenes in the fields of central China. So these songs are meant to create an emotional and patriotic atmosphere around the parade.
Question 8. How did they prepare a rehearsal without disturbing Beijing too much?
A special training camp was built in the suburbs, with 20,000 to 40,000 people involved. This way, the rehearsals wouldn't interfere with city life. Only in August did they start the core rehearsals in Tiananmen, and those were scheduled at night or early morning. Heavy equipment like tanks and missiles had pre-planned routes to reduce traffic problems. But the training, it was extremely tough. Soldiers had to endure heat of nearly 38 degrees Celsius, while wearing full uniforms, helmets, gloves, and boots. Every movement was measured with lasers, with error margins controlled within millimeters. So even simple-looking steps required countless repetitions. Behind the neat formations we see, there's a huge amount of sweat and effort.
Question 9. How did foreign journalists react?
One Russian female reporter, Alina, attracted a lot of attention on Chinese social media. She speaks fluent English, and when she visited the training camp, she was amazed. She even praised the soldiers in Chinese, saying, "These handsome guys have stolen my heart." Her reports about the parade became a hot topic online.
Question 10. How about the foreign media's reaction?
Reuters quoted U.S. military experts, saying China is rapidly building its nuclear capabilities. They even mentioned General Anthony Cotton, head of U.S. Strategic Command, who told Congress in March 2025 that Xi Jinping had instructed the PLA to be ready for a possible takeover of Taiwan by 2027. Reports claim China is accelerating deployment of land, sea, and air-based nuclear weapons. But China's Ministry of Defense strongly rejected this, saying these are slanders and distortions. They repeated China's stance: no first use of nuclear weapons and never against non-nuclear countries. Their message: a nuclear war cannot be won and must never be fought. The Pentagon, however, still suggested that China might consider first use under certain conditions, like if its nuclear command system was threatened or if it suffered a nuclear strike. They predicted that by 2030, China could have over 1,000 nuclear warheads, ranging from tactical precision strikes to massive intercontinental ballistic missiles.
Question 11. What about Chinese people point of view, and what are Chinese netizens themselves saying?
On Chinese social media, there are many different voices. Some people think the parade is meaningless. They say the economy is weak, ordinary people's lives are under pressure, and the money should be spent on livelihood, not on showing off military power. Others say the theme of today's world should be peace, so what's the point of showing muscles? But of course, the government sees it differently. For them, the parade is a major event to boost national pride and confidence. So most of these so-called negative voices online were deleted or censored.
So once again, this video is not about my personal opinion or this channel's position. I'm just collecting and summarizing what people are saying online and share with you. Alright, that's the summary of what Chinese netizens and social media influencers are saying about the upcoming September 3rd Beijing military parade. Now, we're just days off from the actual event. We'll wait and see, and after the parade, I'll make another video to show how netizens and bloggers react once the real thing takes place. If you have any thoughts about the points mentioned in this video, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.